call the meeting to order and begin with the pledge.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I would entertain a motion to approve the agenda for this evening.
I'll make the motion to approve the agenda.
Second.
Discussion? Hearing none, motion is made to approve tonight's agenda. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries. The minutes for our previous meeting are found on pages 1 and 2 from July 21st.
I move to approve the minutes from the July 21st meeting.
Second.
Discussion? Hearing none, motion has been made and second to approve the minutes from July 21st, 2025. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries. Public input. Hearing none, we will move ahead with the department head reports. They can be found on pages 3 through 9. Does anybody have any questions or?
I have a little bit of info to add to mine, I guess.
Okay.
I attended so that first grant that I talked to you guys about was the Homeland Security grant to apply for laptops and the computer program to go with it for the cars. I was on a call Thursday, and the region committee did approve that. It still has to get approved by the feds, but it's looking like that's been approved.
Okay. And that was the amount again of how much, do you remember?
100% funding, it's a little over 25,000.
Okay. Very good. Good news.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. Any questions? Thanks, Ted. I would, I'll go to the finance report. Allison and I both attended the elected officials meeting, and I asked her to kind of write up a summation of what the meeting entailed, and those can be found on pages 7 through 9. And I think Allison, that was quite a bit more than I had asked for, but she did a very thorough and good job. And I think just through her notes, one can see the value of the workshop, and also the opportunity to sit down with other elected officials and city employees with regard to the amount of information and the variety of information that is given and covered. And each of those topics were well discussed and very informative. So I want to thank Allison for her time and effort in not only attending the meeting, but also with the very descriptive notes with regard to what took place. So, do you want to mention about that? What is that? That selfie day? That is on the 12th. If you look on page 4, you'll see the City Hall Selfie Day to showcase pride in your local government. We can maybe send out information with regard to that. I thought we could kind of jump ahead with regard to a photo, but I think it wants to be done on the 12th. So, correct? Mm-hmm. And if somebody wants to be creative with regard to the pose or whatever, you can gladly assign that and stuff. So anyway, somebody will come up. Anyway, having said that, basically what it does is just more or less that the South Dakota Municipal League members and the citizens are invited to take part in the 10th annual selfie, where they just more or less celebrate public service, showcasing pride in your local government institution, and that's basically what that is. And on page 4, you can read the rest of that. So, anything else with the department heads? Okay. New business, pastors, party in the park.
Well, unfortunately, I have to come and tell you, we're going to need to cancel it this year. We will, God willing, be back next year. I have spoken with some of the other pastors, and I spoke again with Father Tyler this afternoon. And the consensus is that because of the changes in the ministerial this last year, and pastors leaving, new pastors coming, we've not been able to sit down and plan it the way it needs to be planned, and we want to do it right. So I'm sorry, we're not going to be able to do it this year, but if you'll permit me, I will be back next July.
We're looking-
to talk to you about it.
We're looking forward to it, and I think anyone, most in the congregation understand there has been a turnover, so I
Yes.
know in the Catholic there has been, so anyway, so.
Okay,
I
I
appreciate it.
apologize, but thank you for your time. Unfortunately, something has come up I've got to go deal with, so.
Okay.
I wish you all a good evening now.
Right.
Thank
Good
you.
evening and
Thank you.
good luck too. Yes. Wedding in the park, Eli.
Yeah, my brother Eli is wanting to get married in the park, and he had asked me what the protocol for that is, and I didn't have a great answer. So, I guess I'm here asking what that protocol is.
I think we just more or less have, go ahead, Ron.
Basically, what we've had in the past is they just kind of show up, try to get there early. We don't hold a spot for people, first come, first serve. It's kind of what we do. I know there was a few other ones, I just let them know and they try to get somebody down wherever they're gonna have it. Just kind of keep it, so.
September 13th, and what they're wanting to do is on the west side of the bridge there. In that,
Oh, in the triangle shape there?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, that should be an easy thing there. There's very seldom, other than maybe a disc golf here too, so.
okay.
Yeah, I had a good time there, I'm gonna tell you. When my kids weren't there, it'd have been bad.
Yeah, Cooper had his wedding dance, that part.
Will, what date was that?
September 13th.
I should know that. You remember a time? Does make, okay, all right. September
In
13th.
the afternoon.
Yeah,
Is that a Saturday?
Yes.
okay, all right.
Cause that's sometime around homecoming, I think somebody said homecoming's about the third week or something this year. It's
Okay.
in that general area, but if it's a Saturday, it should be a non-issue, I could say.
Okay, all right. Okay, we can just make a note of that, or just a reminder the closer that date came and stuff, so, all right?
We'll keep,
Very good.
we'll tell that guy to keep it mowed.
All right, okay.
does all the time.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. Building permits for Bob and Diane Steers, I believe that dealt with a garage, of the removal, we started that last week or last meeting, and so I'd entertain a motion with regard to approve the building permit for, it's not, I shouldn't say just a garage, it's a garage, right? For for Bob and Diane Steers?
Garage, yeah.
They're removing the garage,
Yeah.
which they did.
Okay.
And then they're gonna have a attached kind of breezeway garage,
Okay.
deal there. And so, I guess with that, just kind of, we had some other things, we got some stuff sorted out there, but sometimes, make sure and check on your property, or I guess, or whatever. We had a little hiccup there with, Bob didn't own as much as he thought, but we got it taken care of. He's got a good neighbor and,
He did own it, but somehow in the transfer, it wasn't transferred correctly.
sure.
Okay,
And then, so that can happen, so just like, Yep, so
Yeah.
if you heard Ron, the transfer
Yeah.
didn't happen or something there and got lost, so sometimes, just for the public,
Yeah.
be checking on that stuff maybe, otherwise it could come back to get you eventually,
Yeah,
so.
well, and that's a good point. And I would really like to thank each of the department heads, and Dustin, you, with regard to, you know, as your role, to make sure everything is in compliance. And, you know, things weren't quite because of the error prior to this, but your due diligence in making sure everything was in line with what needed to be. So I do appreciate each of the department heads' consideration with regard to signing off on these building permits, because it is, I know it's kind of undertaking to make sure everything is done properly and everything else in accord. So with that, I would, anything else? Well, let's
Are you
do.
gonna do them both at the same time?
No, I don't, I want to do, I will do I'd entertain a motion, first of all, for Bob and Diane Steers on their replacing the garage, so, and then we'll go to the next one.
Make that motion.
Okay, discussion? Hearing none, motion is made and second for a building permit for Bob and Diane Steers to replace a garage. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries. Okay, go ahead with the second one, Dustin, on the, Craig, do you want to talk about the dog run?
It's really, so it's gonna be temporary, we're thinking, maybe 4 years temporary, but we still kept it within, compliance of everything that we do as far as 20 feet off the right of way, but they will be right on that line, but it's a fence. And so everything's good there. Really nothing to talk about there
Yeah.
anymore. I did, again, I'm human. I almost messed up because the road gets wider there because of the school needing that parking. So I did have to wheel off the road to the south of it, and I almost missed that. And so they would have changed their center line a little bit, but anyways, that's how we learn and get better, with all of this stuff, so.
Okay,
Make a motion to approve Catholic Church's dog run building permit.
Second.
discussion? Basically, our new priest has a dog to just allow it to, you know, run a little bit in a confined area. So anyway, we have a motion that made and second for the Catholic Church dog run. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries. Thank you. Item number 4 is Rich and Christy Strasburg's handicap ramp. And I can have Dustin and then Gail and I were over there. I just want to give a little insight, and that's in the folder of the building permits, but I do want to have our community aware of this. On September 19th, 2022, the council made a motion, second, and passed that handicap ramps need no building permit. And I think that's to expedite a situation in need prior to having to wait for a council meeting. So, did you want to talk about that?
So they did come in to do a building permit, they were gonna do a ramp on there, with the room and needing the room to turn there, it does stick out a little bit farther, but then again, because it's a ramp, we waived the building permit.
Yeah.
And so, they were working on it a little earlier,
Yeah.
sooner than before.
And this,
Meetings.
yeah, and as Dustin indicated, this ramp, it's a ramp, but it's also an area that the wheelchair can be turned. And there's more extension on that platform, you know, to the north a little bit, but it's not sticking out any further. It's just more or less going up the remainder of the house to the north side of the door, so.
And that block is tight anyways right there, just the way everything is sticking clear out there. And so it does appear it is farther than everything else, but with the room that's needed, and then it'll be good for Rich to come out and enjoy that side of the house as well, so.
Yeah. And I do appreciate Gail being able to come over and Dustin and I and meeting with Christy and Bailey and going in and seeing Rich, you know, with regard to that, so. All right. So with that, well, we just don't have to do anything because there is no building permit required. Second, go ahead.
I just say, more or less just awareness, but I will remind everybody if you have anything resurrecting from the ground, besides, I mean, you can do cement without a building permit, but if you have anything that you're building, please come in and do a building permit. You don't wanna get caught basically doing something or having somebody question you.
Okay, that, not to interrupt you, but that is number 5 on the new.
Was I getting?
No, we're going to just, but I just want to make sure we're aware of it. Now, section 40-31 deals with building and removal permit required. Okay, so go ahead and proceed what you're saying.
Yeah, I was kind of skipping there. I wasn't sure what all that other thing there was, because and then you do have the removal on there as well, and it's always been a thing that you can do your removal permit on your building permit, so it's one permit. And some people remove stuff without getting a permit, and I also want to make everybody aware that you need to do the removal permit, because we might have power there might be plumbing, utilities, but then also it helps get that off your taxes. It lets the county know that, hey, this has been removed. It can come off your taxes as well.
But I think you bring up a good point, though, too. It may also include some electrical or water sewer matters that could need something to taken care of prior to any removal of anything, and also requirements that are specified too. So.
And we do also have an ordinance too, that if you remove something, if you want to get the surcharges, I guess, off the sewer and water, Terry also needs to be able to see that visually during the days of the week, during business times.
Yeah.
And then you can remove that, like if you're removing a house or something. So again, just being, everybody being aware.
Okay, well, and piggybacking off that, I think our contractors and builders should be, prior to them starting any project, should be aware that there's of a need of building permit prior to. With that, there has been penalty assessed for somebody starting a project prior to a building permit being issued. So for our local contractors, that's something else that should be noted. Many times, and I don't, it's an ordinance that I have to go back and check, but there are times where you would go by a place that is under construction and you'd actually see a visible somewhere that the building permit was issued with regard to that. I don't know, do we do that now? Yeah. We still do that, so, that way people realize that other than reading the newspaper, that a building permit has been issued for that particular project. So just trying to, keep everybody in the loop with regard to the requirements and expectations, so.
And with that, trying to make the contractors aware, there has been some homeowners that have done some smaller projects and they weren't aware of it. So feel free to come ask the question previous to doing it instead of assuming.
Yes. Okay. All right. Anything else with regard to number 5? Okay. Anything, questions for Dustin? All right.
Is that mic on?
Yeah,
Okay.
I thought it was.
Is that green light on?
I thought it, nope. It wasn't, but
All right.
I
That's
thought
good.
it's
Well,
kind of
doesn't
echoing in here.
Well, I was, okay. All right. Thank you.
Maybe I was loud enough, I hope it was.
All right. Okay. Item number 6, resolutions 2025-6 surplus property. That was found on page 10. And I'll read through that. Resolution 2025-6, a resolution declaring surplus property and authorizing it to its donation to a nonprofit organization. Whereas pursuant to South Dakota Codified Law 6-5-1, 6-5-2, and 6-5-5, A political subdivision may transfer surplus personal property to a nonprofit organization within the state of South Dakota when such property is no longer necessary, useful, or suitable for the purpose for which it was acquired. And whereas the city of Miller has determined that the following property is surplus and no longer necessary for municipal purposes. 6 16-foot horse panels. Whereas St. Anne's Catholic Church, a nonprofit organization located within the state, has expressed a need for the panels and is eligible under South Dakota Codified Law 6-5-5 to receive such property for use in furthering its nonprofit mission. Now therefore be resolved by the City of Miller the City Council of the City of Miller that the above described property is declared surplus and is hereby authorized to be donated to St. Anne's Catholic Church in accordance with South Dakota Codified Laws 6-5-1, 6-5-2, and 6-5-5, dated this 4th day of August 2025. Craig, did you want to say anything with regard to that? Okay. And basically what that panel is going to be used, as Dustin, and I know Craig has been over there, Dustin indicated, and Craig has been over there staking it out, is basically going to be used for that dog kennel, or that dog run.
I move to approve resolution number 2025-6.
Second it.
Discussion.
Why were we in possession of horse panels?
Must be a big dog.
Or,
Ron?
Oh, that's,
The question was why we were in possession of the horse panels.
they bought them all for the bleachers because of, they were too open and things could fall through people, kids, whatever, and they had to put them in there and they ended up with too many. Don't know, there's a lot of cutting and stuff, and we ended up with 9, I think.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Any further discussion? Hearing none, motion has been made and seconded to declare surplus resolution 2025-6. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries. Item number 7 is Dakota Pump and Control quote, lift station maintenance. Terry will explain this. That's found on page 11.
Okay, we had our lift stations inspected recently, and we had budgeted to do this for this year for one of the lift stations, but both of the lift stations were put in at the same time, and they're both bad, so we need to do 2 of them. But I had called Dave from Dakota Pump and told him what the deal was, and he said that he would do them both now, and then bill one this year and one next year. If you guys are good with that. 'Cause we budgeted for 1, but not for 2. So,
That's a pretty remarkable deal from him.
yeah. And then he said that hopefully the other parts aren't too wore out, that he can send them in and get them rebuilt. And then we'll have spares. Hopefully. So,
Make a motion to approve the Dakota Pump and Control quote and move forward with that.
Second.
Discussion. Okay, motion is made and second to approve the lift station maintenance from Dakota Pump and Control quote, which is in the amount of $6,980, correct?
For this year.
For this
another
year,
60
and then
for
another
next
one
year.
for next year, okay?
and then there'll be addition to,
For labor and
For
mileage.
well, for the
Rebuild.
rebuild parts
The
too.
rebuild too.
Sure.
Which I don't know what that's gonna cost yet, so.
Okay. All right, any further discussion? Okay, said motion was already addressed. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries.
All right, thank you.
Yeah. On page, or item number 8, Helms and Associate invoice 36504 and 36516 for the total of $6,499.25. This is for the taxi runway in the AWAS 3. And that's found on page 12.
Make a motion to pay Helms Associate invoices 36,504 and 36,516, total $6,499.25.
Second.
Discussion? Hearing none, motion is made and second to pay Helms and Associate invoice 36,504 and 36,516 for the total of $6,499.25. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries. Item number 9, FAA grant offer for the AIP, which is the Airport Improvement Program, project number 3, dash 46-0035-017-2025. And basically, the grant, the project total is $90,009. $90,009.
909.
900, thank you. Whenever you see something, it's not coming out right. 909,000. The FAA will pay 95%, which is $863,500. And then the state and the city of Miller will split the other 5% equally, each entity paying 2.5%, which means the amount of $22,725 for both the city and the state. Terry, did you want to mention any more on that with regard to that grant?
Just that construction has been moved to next spring,
Yeah, do you want to,
once we accept this offer.
yeah.
Yeah, we moved the construction to next year because if they don't think they can get the asphalt done this year, so. then
And that's
they're-
due to the FAA awarding the
Yeah.
grant 2 months late.
Yeah.
And that's, it just was a process of getting things acquired, the no fault of anybody, and Terry, Cindy, myself, and who else was in there? Gail and Landon, we met with, you can see it on Terry's printout with regard to department head reports, that we've met with Mike Schmidt from Helms and Associate and Joe Shoemaker from Webster Scale. And so pretty much the decision was made because of the timing of it and the completion and making sure the finished product is what we want to, kind of look at the start of the construction next year. And Terry, you said on here you reached out to the other pilots.
Yeah, but if they wouldn't have got it asphalted this year, it'd have to be closed until next summer. And we can't have that, so.
Okay,
And I reached out to the people out there and they'd rather have it done next year.
yeah, and I appreciate
In
that
May.
part of it, yeah,
Because there is a 28-day closure.
Correct. Yeah,
yeah. So, okay.
so,
All right, so with that, I would entertain a motion to accept the grant.
I'll make a motion to accept the grant offer for the AIP project and to make Mayor McGow as an executive signer.
Second.
Discussion? Hearing none, motion is made and seconded to accept the FAA grant offer for the Airport Improvement Program, 3-46-005, or 35-017-225, and have myself as mayor be the signer of the documents. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries. Phase 4 water utility improvement projects. Meyer Henry Sargent invoice, 46,921 for $11,000. That's found on page 17.
Make a motion to pay the Meyer Henry Sargent invoice 46921 for $11,000.
Second.
Discussion? Hearing none, motion is made and second to pay the Meyer Henry Sargent invoice 46,921 in the amount of $11,000. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries. Second part of the Phase 4 Water Utility Improvement Project, SPN invoice 36,525, 36,526 for the total amount of $39,252.57, and that's found on page 18.
I move to approve SBN invoices 36525 and 36526 for a total of $39,252.57.
Second.
Discussion. Hearing none, motion is made and second to pay SPN invoice 36,525 and 36,526 for the total amount of $39,252.57. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries. The third Phase 4 Water Utility Improvement Project is from TLC Olson Payment Application Number 10 for the amount of $216,028.83. Those are found on pages 19 through 24.
Make a motion to approve the TLC pay application number 10, $216,028.83.
Second.
Discussion. Hearing none, motion is made a second to pay TL Olson pay application number 10 for the amount of $216,028.83. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries. The number 11 is a special event liquor license, Willie's Bar and Grill for August 9th and August 16th at the community center.
I'll make a motion to approve the event center for the dates mentioned. Second.
Discussion. Hearing none, motion has been made and second to have Willie's Bar and Grill for a special event liquor license for August 9th and August 16th at the community center. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries. Approval of bills.
Move, we pay the bills.
Second.
Discussion. Hearing none, motion is made and second to approve the bills as submitted. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries. You will see some correspondence from the South Dakota Municipal League Work Comp Election Notice and also the MMUA rates for 2026 on pages 25 and 26. So anyway, as far as the election, the election notice and the rates.
Make a motion to move into executive session, personnel pursuant, STCL 125-2, parentheses 1.
Okay,
Second.
discussion? Hearing none, motion is made and second to move into executive session pursuant to personnel matters, South Dakota Codified Law 1-25-2 in parentheses 1. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries.